So after waiting for weeks for Joe to get here to finally start screening soil, I mean, it just started hailing. It just started hailing. So, guess we'll wait some more. Dying down now, maybe we can get going. Alright, so the house is kind of a mess right now because the floor guys are in here, but while Joe's working on the lawn, the guys have been here doing the floors for a couple weeks. Just want to give you a sense of what the floors are like, you know, with this bamboo. And we're gluing it and nailing it. So the big room here is all done. They're working on one of the bedrooms today. We still got to do all that up there. We're having fun watching Joe make this place pretty. Tomorrow we'll start on the topsoil pile, screening that and spreading that around. So, and then we'll plant grass. So we should have enough time to get a lawn going. So that's the topsoil pile. Hey, so welcome back. So today we're going to start getting the lawn put in. Joe's here with his machines, and we're going to screen the topsoil and get it spread out with the skid steer and power rake it in, and then we'll get some grass seed down. We've still got another good month of grass growing weather, so fingers crossed for warm temperatures here in New England in the fall. So let me show you the screening bucket he's got. He just bought it last month. He's used it on one other job or a couple of jobs, I don't know. Here it is right here. It's got these nylon fingers, I guess you'd call them, and you scoop the material in, and it lets, you know, separates the rocks and debris out from the good soil. And then you take the skid steer up here and you go and spread the soil. So anyway, I'll show it to you when it's in action. Right now he's just grading the lot out, getting it ready for soil. Say to me, you want a lawn? Pee in? Well, if you follow along in our build, you know that we had a ton of rocks on our property. And we managed to save some of the big flat ones for this process right here. Here you see Joe starting to set them in place for our front walkway. We used really big ones spread out, and then I'm having another friend of mine come in and he's going to fill in with some smaller ones, and hopefully we'll have a real nice walkway here. Well, there was a few more trees that I wanted to take down at the last minute, so that's what I did here. Before Joe made the lawn all nice and pretty, I decided to take them down and then have him pull the stumps, and then you'd never know they were there. Last two, as you'll see right here, Joe just did it the easy way. Alright, with the lot all cleaned up, finally, it was time to start screening. And I gotta be honest, I was a little leery about how quickly this excavator bucket screener deal was gonna work, but I tell you what, the more he screened, the more amazed I was at this thing. He went through this pile in about 2 days screening, and I was just amazed. I mean, it's much faster even than a box screener, and definitely a good investment for Joe. That's an amazing machine. And the material that we got out of this machine is amazing. I mean, it's screened down to 3/4 of an inch. Joe tells me that there's attachments you can put in there, screens I guess, that will get you down to 1/2 inch, but the 3/4 inch was made beautiful, beautiful material. So we're under the gun time-wise to get this lawn in. It's early October, but I feel pretty confident that we're doing all the right things to get a good lawn. Well, once Joe got us a nice pile of topsoil going, we were faced with the task of moving all this material out onto the lawn. So I hopped in the skid steer and started moving dirt. But then the next day, something happened. And we blew a hydraulic line. So we got the old hose out. We got the loader propped up with this deal here so the loader doesn't come crash down on you. Got the cab raised up, and that hose was down here, and then it went back there, and we barely got it out. And John's out getting another hose made up now. And then we'll refill the hydraulic fluid and get back to work. Well, since the skid steer was down, I hopped on my tractor and just carried on. My tractor bucket only holds about half as much material as a skid steer, and it's much slower, but every little bit helps at this point, and we were under the gun to get this in, so I decided I'd jump on the tractor and help out a little. Right here in this clip you can see just how beautiful this material is. I mean, it's like black gold. Joe will come smooth all that out, and we'll plant grass. So Sunday morning, we weren't here yesterday, but Joe was here spreading topsoil with a skid steer. It's all pretty much done. I mean, it just came out beautiful. Again, Joe's amazing with the skid steer. I mean, it's all over here, like behind the shed and up there. He never stripped the topsoil, so we kind of just cleaned that up with the rock bucket. And then where we did put all this soil last week, is just sort of blended it in. So we'll be able to seed this whole thing tomorrow, I guess. Geez, I wonder where I'll get some grass seed. But it's all blended nice up here behind the rock wall. Here's the rock bucket he puts on the skid steer. This thing's the bomb right here. And that's what we got left for soil. So we still need some up on that bank behind the barn and around on the side of the barn. That's the pile of tailings that came out of the soil. It will just probably dig a hole and bury those or move them down to in the woods. I'm going to have a spot where I can store my trailers and whatnot, so we may throw those down there for our base. See, the back is all done. And you see where my truck is going to be driveway. It's kind of roughed in right here. You can see it's going to go right there. Right here is where our camper lives. The water here and the electric over here. So I'll be able to pull in right here where my truck is now with the trailer and just back right in there. So this will all be asphalt millings. We're going to put down and we're going to roll in, pack them in real good. Well, I wanted the lawn in before the end of September, but today's October 3rd, so not too bad, a few days late. Here's the start of our stone walk. Jake's gonna come and finish this for me. We were at his wedding yesterday, but that's a good start. All right, I gotta go get cabinets for the kitchen. First cabinet, there we go.